Sanwanani, hello, hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bongiwe CBC. For those of you who do not know me, for those of you who do know me, much appreciated. Thank you guys for wilding out, and thank you guys for the subscribers, and like, thank you for watching. I really appreciate people who watch. Guys, let's also comment down below and subscribe. Like, please, please let this family grow. But I also want the conversations to grow. I want to hear what people think as well, you know. So today, sikhuluma ngemali. We are talking about money. We're talking about amachangura, guys. So um you know that I like asking questions. Ne? I love asking questions. And today I came across a very significant question. I'm like, let's ask these questions, guys. I say, Louis, we're not fighting with anybody, but please do comment down below. It's okay to disagree, to agree to disagree. Did I get that right? It's okay to agree to disagree. Okay? So my topic for today is Christianity making us broke? Child. Let me repeat this. Is Christianity making us broke? So let me start from here. Ne? I don't think Christianity is making us broke, but I think that as the Bible says every day, that my people perish for lack of knowledge. And knowledge means going to ask someone else, how did you do that? How did you come to the point of where you are like rich? How did you get to the point of where you can now drive? You have now your own house. How do you save? Okay, I'm sorry to be asking about your financial estate, but I want to know how it's done. That is one aspect of the conversation. And then the other aspect of this conversation is that there are other religions out there that are doing this wealth thing very well. Okay, like they are rich. Okay, like for instance, there are people who just know that if you are a Jew, you're rich. And there are people who just know that if they once they become Muslim, they gonna have everything, whether it's Allah or whether it's God for the Jews, like, all those different aspects of it, but they just know that, nah, I don't want to stay on the poverty side. And then I feel like us as the Christian community, we end up sometimes like feel like we're losing people to other religions because they can see that other religions are thriving. And why are we not a thriving community, but we are Christians? Now I'll tell you this, in the spectrum of the demographic, here in South Africa, what I have seen, most people who are Muslim, I have friends, I've seen friends who became Muslims, and they are well off, okay? They are well off. They're not rich, but they have the basics. They have the basics of like a decent car and a decent housing, like they are well. They are well off, okay? And I've never had friends who are Jewish. No, I've had one who's Jewish, but I think what I learned from her was that like the aspect of the Jewish community is business, it's trade. So in most cases, their culture, it's like you have to be trading in something, you have to be business minded. I don't know though, yeah, about the Muslim community, but Libana, they have their own thing whereby like they are saving the moment there's another person coming into their religion. Excuse me, the moment there's a new person coming into their community, I hear, please correct me, those who are Muslim and those who are Jews who know much better. Um, but what I've heard, the concept in the Muslim community is that when like a new person comes into the community, because they have shops, most people have shops, and they believe in giving. So what each shop does is that, like, maybe per day you're saving like 100 rands from your business, and every day each person is saving 100 rands from their business. So if they are clients, let's say you are giving, even if it's a dental I work at, I'm doing an example of a dental center because I work at a dental center. So let's say there are people who are coming in cash and there are people who are using medical aid. So my trade is dental services. And each day, if there is a customer that comes in cash, I save 100 rands. It doesn't have to be all my clients that are coming in that I save 100 rands. Just per day, you save 100 rand, and each shop does that apparently in the Muslim community. And then maybe after like a good 6 months, they all now summon up that money. Imagine per day each person was saving 100 rands from their shop or from their trade, and that money comes to now to the person who is new in the community, and they say, here is some money, and you can go ahead and start your own business, or you can go ahead and, you know, start your profession. If you had a career and now you want to be an independent person in that career, for instance, you are working at a hospital and you are like, let's say, for instance, you are a dentist, you work at a hospital and you just needed financing to start off your own practice. They give you the money, here you go, start your own practice, be independent. Or they say like, okay, you've got like, I have a business of covering couches, and I'm like, okay, my passion is covering couches and I've done it, and I just need financing for this thing. So they give you the money and say, here you go, here's the money to finance it, open up the shop, buy the supplies to build these couches or to cover these couches. And yeah, that's how apparently, guys, that's what I hear. And then they go like, okay, fine, now you can start a decent life. So once your business picks up now, and so it's like they're already starting you off at that point of like, this is a community that will help you, and they got you. And besides the fact that they know the wisdom of Allah and how it works for them, but the principle, they apply it in a manner that this is how it works for them. And I was like, I'm not Muslim, but I won't lie. When I heard something like that, I really wanted to like adopt that principle. I really wanted my community to have that concept or that principle applied into that. If we could really around each other to grow our communities, because like honestly, I don't know about government. I'm I'm just saying on my own side. I don't know about government, but then these people enhance each other's skills, and they tell you that no, we are about enhancing each other's skills, and that's how they grow. And now I'm looking like, what is wrong with the Christian community? Are we losing this poverty battle? I mean, yes, we open up the kitchen soups and we give clothes, and those who are rich can give. But then, what if we can like lift up a whole community by just like saying, here is a person, they don't have one, two, and three, and then maybe each person like 100 rands every month, because not everybody has like that amount of money to just give off. But then if we were to lift each other up like that, and then like people now in our communities can now start growing. Because honestly, in the Christian community, what I have seen, majority of our people, like it's not all of us who have jobs. It's not all of us who own like our own businesses. Now I wonder, if are we only keeping the emphasis on the spiritual side, how deeply you have to be connected to God, but we are not keeping the emphasis of applying the knowledge of entrepreneurship, and also applying the wisdom of how to build a business. Like, because I'm like, I'm at loss of words. Why our community has more of the unemployment demographic than other, religious communities. And I'm wondering, like, is it because we have the knowledge and we are not applying it? Because I won't lie, I cannot sit here and blame the government because, like, I've given up. I've given up when it comes to the government, but I do believe in a community. I do believe in like mass numbers coming together, in the buying power of people who are coming together to remove that stigma of them. So I'm asking myself, are we as Christians losing the battle against poverty? And if we are, what are we doing wrong? Like I always say this, like in my past videos, I always say that, like, what are we doing wrong? I think we should introspect in ourselves as a church, as a community. What can we do right? I mean, pastors can try and give out puzzles, but would it not be better if we were empowering each other from a point of, no, we want to bury the illness of poverty in our community? And how do we bury the illness of poverty in our community? Besides that, we don't give up the good fight. We don't just give in when we can't find jobs. We don't just give in when the business doesn't go well. Besides those things, what can we do to eradicate the poverty in our community as a church? Because honestly, like I said, I want to be true to my nature and to God and to myself and in life. And I really wanted to ask this question, like, as Christians, I would really want the elders in this community to come in and help out. Bantabadala, can you please speak? Can people tell us how can we make this better? Because, like, in most communities, like, Muslims have come in and in a place whereby they give not only just a sense of community for each other, but they have empowered people, and that's why I feel like in most cases they win a whole community, because they don't just come in and they only preach about Allah, but they also try and say, let's implement this to make your life better. I don't know about the mental side, the mental health side about them, but I do know that what they try and eradicate in most cases is the diet, the food they eat, what type of food they eat, and how, like, they grow their economy. Another community that I saw that has like eradicated poverty, it's what do they call that? The Amish people. Well, the Amish people are self-sufficient, and I won't lie to you, they look like a people or a community that is not lacking. Like, those people don't lack. Besides the fact that they don't want phones, they don't want anything connected to electricity or the modern world, but those people lack nothing. They have established, an entrepreneurial side of things that, like, just keeps them sustained, regardless of what happens in the outside world of government and how things are going. They have established their community in such a manner that nobody is lacking. Nobody is lacking. So I just want to know, with us Christians, what are we doing wrong? Where should we fix? I really want to know those things. Where should we fix? How can we fix? Besides opening a kitchen soup, besides offering food parcels, besides just the natural things. Those are good things, by the way. I won't lie, those are good things. But I don't want to just give the fish. I want to teach. I want to teach how to fish, and I want to be taught how to fish, so that I don't go hungry when you're no longer there. And I'm asking myself, I found myself asking, what are we doing wrong as the Christian community, especially here in Africa? What are we doing wrong as a community? That Christians, sorry, 1 minute, come in. What are we doing wrong that as Christians we are losing this battle, especially here in Africa? I don't know in other countries, but here in South Africa. And then there's one more aspect, guys, and this aspect I feel a little bit insulted and a little bit baffled by it. But then I feel a little bit insulted and a little bit baffled by this side of it. That how? Why would someone do this? So here in, I don't know in other countries, but here in Africa now we've got people, I call them church mafias, because I don't even know if, like, really, why would someone do this, whereby they trick people into tithing and tithing and tithing. And in fact, I wouldn't even call it tithing, because they trick people into giving all their salaries, all their retirement funds, and people are left with nothing. So that aspect, I understand. That is just point blank someone exploiting the Christians who are really coming to find peace, who are really coming to find protection, who are really coming to find that space of, wholeness, to be healed, and then they are exploited. That one is just like, shame on you if you do that as a pastor, because you are supposed to be helping people be whole. You are supposed to be helping people to regain themselves and find their identity in Christ. But unlike an aspect of an ordinary Christian and a South African, I know that we are fighting different battles in different countries when it comes to Christianity. Others are poverty stricken, others are just stricken by suicide after suicide. Others, like, every country has its own aspect of Christianity that they are battling. But what I want to know is church making us broke? Or we just don't want to use the economical side, or we just don't want to talk about the economical side when it comes to our faith journey? Because at the end of the day, we have to talk about it. We have to talk about it. We cannot ignore it. It's happening. And if you are a rich person and you're a Christian, good for you. May God bless you. But Mina, I'm trying to find out, how can we help other people who are underprivileged? I mean, I know I wouldn't say underprivileged, because I've got a roof over my head and I've got a job, and it's a comfortable job, I won't lie. Even though, like, because we're building up a practice, so you just grow with the practice, or you just grow with the business. But there are people who are really, like, finding no light, and they are in Christ. And if the God that we serve is so wealthy, if the God that we serve is so wise, if the God that we serve is like always there, why is he not eradicating this poverty cycle, especially in the African communities? I want to know. I want to know, guys. Should we start talking about economy? Should we start teaching about it in the churches? Should we start even building practices and life coaching lessons of how one can come to the point of, like, having their own stability? I'm not talking about a once-off conference thing. I'm talking about an ongoing thing that is like a daily basis checkup. Like, how are you holding up? Is business going well? Oh, this is what you're experiencing right now in business. Oh, okay, fine. So looks like now this is where your business is. This is a turn now where you have to do 1, 2, and 3. I think we need to start having those conversations in churches, because really, I'm confused. If my God is so awesome, if my God is that big and still we perish, like he said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. They don't flourish. We're not flourishing. So you guys can tell me, you guys can help me out. Help me out. I want to know. I want to understand. Because I don't understand. Or maybe should we adopt some of the principles that they have in other religions when it comes to finance? Should we start adopting some of their principles when it comes to how you save, when it comes to how we help each other build businesses, all those things? Should we also start our own stokvels that are going to help people eradicate poverty? I need answers, guys. I would like you guys to go ahead, comment down below on the comment section, and I would we will come back and rehash these things because I'm asking real questions, guys, and I wish and I hope these videos can go out to people all over the world, and people can also help us, because I'm one person who's not afraid to ask for help. If I need help, I'll ask for help. Okay, if I'm really down on my knees, and this is what I love about my God when I pray to my God, is that, like, he says, scream out for help. Ask him. He will come to your rescue. So even if it means him taking other people to teach us so that we can get help, I don't mind that. I really don't mind that, because I want to understand exactly how did we get here? Huh? How are we serving the Most High God who lacks nothing, and yet we are poor? And I'm asking these questions because, like, my pastor always says, like, you better push yourself to become better. You need to fight with poverty. Don't just sit there and say, I want to fight. I want to have a small car and pay a bond and die. That's not what we want to do. That's not what we want to do. But in what I've seen in the Christian community, like, we have people who are really even below just paying that bond or that car. Is it because, like, answer me, guys, is it because we're not using the principles that he has put in the Bible for us in order to grow in economy? Or is it because we're sinning too much? I want to know. I mean, I know it seems like a dumb question, but then a good teacher always says there is no dumb question. And I feel like one of the things we need to stop doing in the Christian community is not asking questions and just saying God will fix it. No, we need to start asking questions. We need to start learning how to deal with problems and speaking, and also taking action towards those things. It's okay to say, I don't understand this. I don't like how it sounds. I need to understand this. Because I think that's where the problem is in some cases. We don't understand the type of God we're worshiping. We don't understand the type of God that we're praying to. And so when you don't understand, you won't even know what tool to use. You can't tell me that when you are a builder and you don't know which tools you need. You can't tell me that you're a hairdresser and you don't know which tools to use for where. So as Christians as well, I think it's time we start knowing which tool to use for what, and not just focusing on the aspect of us being holy. What is the point of living? What is the point of our God being glorified if people are not showing why is our God worthy to be glorified? Because if he has given us the tools, then this thing should be working. Comment down below I'd like to hear your thoughts, and also subscribe, guys. I love it when you subscribe. It helps me a lot to keep doing these videos. And also, please share the video to the next person so that the conversation can get bigger and bigger, and we can really start addressing these small things that are making us look mediocre when we're not. When we are a great nation, like Christianity is big. It shouldn't be looking like a place of oppression. It should be looking like a place of liberation, of empowerment, of strength, because that's who our God is. I don't know, guys. Please do like the videos, comment down below, and also subscribe. I'm willing to hear what you guys have to say, and I'm just, I'm open, guys. We're not fighting, but I am open to hearing your thoughts, to hearing what other people are saying about these things. And forgive me if I've misrepresented any other religion, if like these are not the correct things that I've said about them, but these are things I've heard, and I've seen other people just growing the moment they get there. So I just want to know. For me, in closing, I gained my stability. I gained peace when I came into Christianity, and those are some of the things that I love that make me whole. And I gained that content of like, it's okay to be me. But what about if you don't want to stay in one place? Because I believe that if our God is the greatest, we should be growing, we should be thriving as a Christian community. Please, guys, go ahead, subscribe, like the video, and tell me what you think, and also share the video. We love having these conversations with other people out there. Love you from me, Bongi. See you next time.